Oh,
Or
maybe
no, it does
saved
not go
saved
down. Holy. That was so close to death. But meanwhile, it looks like Zateo is going to get eliminated from this matchup. Bunker is in the orange. It's now in the red. Zateo's calling dead. And GG for top left Zateo. Yeah, I think so. I think what they're counting on is if they can eliminate top left, it's automatically going to force a 4v2 against bottom left. I think that's their plan. Look at how close that bunker was to death, getting pushed back. Otacon and Kurto going for the tank snipe.
Oh,
They're
no.
going to
He's
get
gonna
the
lose that
tank.
Huge. It's game changing right there.
Exactly.
Honestly,
Oh, but Cyrus is maybe going to be able to get that bunker up because everyone's pushing towards middle right now.
Great cut
That was
there
a great
from Otacon and Cyrus. A little bit overextension though, it looks like. Oh my gosh. Like if they get
Are
the
they going
SCV
to be
snipe.
able to get the SCV?
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Poor
boy.
Cyrus. Looks like both bunks will get canceled.
Over trigger with that Reaper composition he has.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Alright, so it looks like it's pretty much all on trigger. I mean, RC is trying to just rebuild, so he's, you know, trying to do what he can.
Yeah, but
If he gets this, he's going to be able to definitely win this game, I believe.
oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Wow, Trigger saved it.
1,500 points on that bunker left.
Yeah, what are the upgrades?
Upgrades whatsoever, it just melts. They're gonna keep rolling.
They might even get a second one right now.
He dumps 3/3 armor, but it's already
Oh, he needs to
50%
step
down in health.
There he goes.
Oh my
So
gosh.
close, so close, so close.
But
It goes
does go
down.
Wow.
But at what cost though? Look at them. Look at them.
Yeah, they're well. Okay. Well, top left just saved them from utter destruction. All this sniping going for the.
Hey guys, welcome in. Game 1 of Pro League. My name is Draconis. I'm joined in with Wild Rage and Nuga. How are you guys doing today?
I'm great. Other
Awesome.
than I missed the tournament.
You know, and that's it's you sponsored it too, so I feel
Yeah,
actually really bad.
And
But
I first one to post the team, me and Nuga, and then I missed it. It feels bad.
you know, I just want to thank you for sponsoring. That was actually a very generous sponsor. I know the winners truly appreciate it, and really good just to see people stepping up like that. So, hey, thank you again, just from everybody here at Wild Rage. Really appreciate it.
Happy to. Next week, Ross took his money, put it to the next tournament, and I'm gonna be putting another 100 in. So.
Oh wow! Well, that's awesome to hear. Okay, so here I think we are just going standard. We'll be talking about the teams. There is a crazy freaking 10-minute delay going on right now. I don't understand what Nuga is saying here. Nuga, you can't talk? Is that what you're saying?
He's
No,
on
I
his
can
phone.
talk, but I have
Oh.
like it's just usually I have to put on speaker. So oh, actually, I'll just put in earbuds. That works.
Oh, very good. Okay, well we got you. So,
Right.
hey, calling out
How
the
do
teams.
There we go. That's
Just calling out the teams. We got Roz and Fred in top left, which was funny because Roz was just chastising Fred that it's been a while since he's played. Top right, we got Toxic Panda and Kurto. Bottom right, we have Cyrus and Starduck. That's going to be a fun team to watch.
Ooh, yeah, that's gonna be scary.
And then bottom left, Relentless and Foxinator. Yeah, it's been a while since I've casted one of these pro leagues, and definitely you could tell, like solo casting the tournament, I was like, okay, and this guy moves to top left, and he kills a marine, and you could totally tell it was just off my game in casting. But I got my trusty friend, Mr. Woodford Reserve, here to help me, so hopefully that will make things a little flow a little bit
I
better
am.
here.
I'm
Right
very
on.
interested to see if Jin plays his normal way of playing, or if it's going to be like league game. So the meta is to go mid, and obviously attack from there. Jin, I've seen in public lobbies the way he likes to play. Is
Where are
he
you
tend-
seeing Jin?
Yeah, where are you seeing Jin?
Is
Unless
Jin
you-
not in there? Oh, Cyrus. That's okay.
Are you trying to say that Cyrus is Jin? Oh my gosh.
No,
Consp-
no.
Conspiracy
I
theory's
confused
just been
you.
launched.
Well, Cyrus, I notice, also does that. He tends to lane people. So I'm curious to see.
You know, it's interesting that you bring that up because Cyrus is a very old school player, and that's kind of like old school meta. Jin on the kind of
That's-
like the similar note. He's not in the league so much. He's not part of the community, and he kind of holds on to those old meta ways. So yeah, you
Yeah.
see him play a very similar style, I think, to Cyrus. But to Cyrus's credit, he's been changing his style quite a bit lately too. It used to be very, very predictable. It'd be open Reaper, go to a Marine after that, unmerked, and then go into like a quick tank draw. But he's deviated from that quite considerably now.
Yeah. He's got a good teammate too. Stardock will work well with him.
Stardock will work well with just about anything. He's very good.
Oh, you can see the names by the way, Wildred. You know, like the checkbox in the top right.
Nope. I forgot about that. I was gonna ask about that.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, there we go. So yeah, now that we've fixed that Cyrus is not Jin, oh, that's good. But let's see here. Quick starting off. Pink 32035. Yellow has 2 across the board, 5 standard.
Everyone's
up.
so even in points except for Roz.
Oh yeah.
They're all like at 600, 550.
Yep. Which I would be Roz if I was in this, because my early game meta is garbage.
What do you think of Roz's upgrades right here? This is weird. He's purposely not going
Yeah.
much speed at all, and that's probably why
Which
he's low on points. But like, is he
Yes.
planning to just do a quick feed once resource trading opens up in 4 minutes, or I mean, what does 1 speed give him right now?
I think I'll
I-
just do a Reaper bunker.
Yeah, but that's weird, because Reapers, you need the extra upgrades and the points. So I would think if you wanted to go Reapers, you would even go maybe heavier upgrades in the beginning, just to, I don't know. You could be going early tank, but I hope not, because it's like an under.
Well, he's already got 1,000 minerals.
You're right.
He might be
does.
trying to feed. He might be trying to feed Fred.
No, I mean they can't feed right now. That's actually a very quick 1,000 minerals. So you're right. 600 score. I didn't even think he would be ready on those upgrades at 600 score. He does drop this bunker quite prematurely, though. I think they'll be able to cancel this out, or at least get a lot of SCV snipes on it.
Yeah, that was. Let me reference Starduck's guide that Roz was just telling me to read. He said that you need to be at least, was it more than 40 supply or more than your lane? I don't know if they were more than their lane.
Well, plus they just dropped it right in their face. That didn't help matters. So
Yeah, maybe you can get away with that if you got a strong army, but I mean his army's got 111, so it's not gonna hold anything.
Yeah, that was very weird.
are they
Gonna nuke?
actually gonna nuke? Yeah, it kind of looks like they wanted to there.
When we got pink with the marine expansion, we got teal with the the Rotters. Oh shit, and they're 2v2 down here. So we'll see if Starduck and Cyrus can actually push through. They're signaling right now about the Rotters.
Now the marine finished too, so I think
Oh,
they'll
a
be able to
turret
cancel.
drop?
Oh
Turret
shit!
drop.
Nice
Yep.
turret.
So, question: what kind of upgrades does $250 buy you in the beginning of the game? Was that risk worth it to try to drop it that early?
Well, I think the most important thing, the 250 minerals. if Roz's can't enchants, that means the world. Because it costs 50 per upgrade.
Yep.
But if you look at, let's say, Green, who has Merc 3, 4, 3, 5, 4, 250, I think, would not have been worth it. We got a turret push. That's very interesting with Light Pink backing off with his Reapers. They got the Rotters up, and you can see the Reaper bunker going down behind it, which is very safe. I'm surprised Orange is worried about Light Pink when his teammate is getting 2v1'd.
Well, to be
Yeah, what's-
oh, okay, yeah. Now I don't know why he's going up. I was gonna say to be fair, he wasn't going up, but this is more Cyrus's mentality of like, hey, stick to your lane. Your lane is your lane. So kind of
Exactly.
Yellow is on his own in this case. In the early days, you'll see Jen actually, as you said earlier, do very much the same thing. He'll just let his teammate really get beat down a little bit as long as he can feed.
Oh, Relentless is in this game? I didn't see that. That's
Yeah. Newest father to be twins.
Cool. Hell yeah.
So right now, it looks like Roz got his Reapers up, but he's still holding on to 400 minerals. And he still has 1 armor and 1 range and 1 speed. So I'm not quite sure what his game plan is here, especially since he's fighting Reap on Reaps. This guy's 46235.
Well, Fred murked, so my guess is he's going to feed into Fred as soon as 8 minutes come, and they're going to go for fast tank. That's my guess. I don't know if that's what's going on, but Fred used to murk all the time, but he hasn't done that in a while. So the fact that he did it this game, I think they're going to do early tank play.
You know what? I like how Roz is experimenting, but I think this is just a really, really bad build. Like, there's just 50 minerals to get 2. Like, it's, come on. You'll get returns on the investment of 2 armor, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, I mean, one thing to point out, I don't think they're in the position to do this strategy at all. You look at Blue's upgrades, they're a little bit heavier. He's feeding into them a little bit with the bunkers, but you look at Blue's upgrades, and then you also have to look at the fact that their lane is the Pinks, and the Pinks are,
He's
I mean,
at
they're pretty
1400.
good in score, and they are in first.
Do you think he would drop there, or no? He drops in the standard tank spot. I was just wondering because
Yep.
Blue was giving him a lot of pressure.
Yeah, and right now, I
Well-
mean, he's kind of switching off, which is interesting. And you see Orange, Cyrus cutting into the lane again.
Well,
But
look
he's-
at
doesn't
Foxnator's army is all Marauders. There's like 50 Mars in there. Like 5 Marines.
That's odd. That usually does not happen. Just the way that priorities of spawns work. So, and I don't think he's been doing it on purpose, right? Like feeding off his Marines.
Either way, his army is crazy strong.
Very tanky.
So we got the Pinks with 2 Marines. We see a second Reaper bunker dropping for Kurdo.
Ooh, bad time to merc.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and see this is what I was worried about with the lanes having much better upgrades, much stronger score. Is that you can see the pressure going on that tank, which they should be fine. They got it up.
See, the issue is, I don't know. I don't know if they're memeing an underscore build or whatnot. That's not underscore's upgrade strategy either. But like even if they push it, can they hold it?
I
If they
don't think at
push?
all. I don't think so.
He still has 1 speed. he didn't even he didn't even get Reaper speed.
Yeah,
See,
he's
and this is
getting run down
uh,
there.
yeah. So we can see the
He's-
blue double team on yellow down here with pink in middle. This will be interesting if they actually commit to the 3v2.
Fill your bunk? Yeah.
Yeah, he has nobody in his bump. There we go. He has 1 in his bunker now.
So all that for that green tank, and it's just kind of sitting there. It doesn't look like they're pushing it. Maybe they're using it to get a Marauder out.
Yeah, I mean, light green could build a Marauder right now at this point. And it looks like he's going to.
He's banking, yeah, he's banking a lot of money. So we'll see. Oh, yep, looks like it's taking position. Well, it looks like pinks are going to come in and at least try to deny that Marauder. Blue is streaming down to the 2v2 bottom, so he has no idea what's going on up here. But he does have
Yeah.
a sensor tower, so he should be able to see the Marauder drop. It's just in range.
It's still, I mean, this is tough. Like, you can argue that tank's going to help him get Rodder. But, man, those Rodders are still going to be so entirely weak. And if you look at, I mean, this is light green that dropped it, right? Look at the upgrades for light green. It's totally
Yeah,
none.
seven damage with Marauders. That's bizarre.
Yeah, two armor, 7 attack is not necessarily a Marauder type build.
Build, yeah. I wonder if this is just. I mean, I want to know what is Fred doing. Why is he still one bunker with Merc Marines?
He's making
Again.
tanks.
He's making tanks. Yep. He's going to drop another tank
okay,
as soon
yeah.
as you see 1500 hit.
Yeah,
Yep,
I
there it
missed the
goes.
fact that he was the one that built tanks, not Raw. That's yeah.
But it still just
Yeah.
perplexes me with the upgrade strategy and everything.
Yeah, I think like just playing a little bit more standard, they would not be on the bottom of the leaderboard right now. I think they did a pretty good, solid opening game besides the upgrades.
One thing I want to know is why is Teal Foxinator fighting the guy with Marines and letting the 2 Reapers fight? Why not switch? Let the
Well,
Reapers.
you know,
Yep, there you go. See,
There
they're
they
switching
go.
right.
They must have
Yep.
heard you with the 10-minute delay. So
and Starduck put that he put that in the guide too, so Starduck will probably try to switch it back.
But yeah, I don't know. I thought that was interesting. Also, Blue has a tank built. He has a Reaper bunker, and now he's building another Marine bunker. So I think because he saw like green drop the rods, maybe he's trying to switch back to Marines. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I wonder if this tank's gonna come out here with this shield tower they have up. No, it doesn't look like it. They're just hiding it. Oh no,
Oh,
here it goes.
Yeah, it might be pushing up. So one thing I would like to know is bottom right has both their nukes. It
Yeah, everyone
looks
has their nukes.
Yeah, everyone has them? Okay. This is interesting. Now every team but
Oh my
bottom
gosh.
right. So that's
bad
Cyrus.
timing. Bad timing for top right there to hit bottom right. This is real bad for bottom right now.
But the diagonal is doing something.
Yep.
So pretty soon they're gonna have to. Oh,
Oh, there goes one nuke. Who was that? Was that Cyrus?
and the tank is here.
Yep. I would like to note, look at yellow's upgrades. 10 armor, 10 damage, 10 range, 7 regen, 5 speed. No one else is even close to those upgrades. Oh,
Oh,
looks like a
maybe a
Oh.
nuke. Oh,
No.
should have. That would have been a great nuke, but I guess he got sniped.
I'm also
round
surprised
two.
he's not.
Nuke
Oh,
goes
there
down.
they go.
Counter nuke.
Oh,
Yep. And you gotta remember, Cyrus just used his other nuke, so they are out of nukes. Down a bunker with a tank on. Oh, they're gonna pull back the tank? Light pink is jumping in.
And that was just unfortunate in the sense that the moment bottom left pushed that tank is when, I mean, they got a 4v2 right there, and their diagonal did hit. To your point, they did hit, but it still caused them to have to use a nuke, already disadvantaged with the tank versus no tank play.
And their armor supply, I mean, yellow. So, from my understanding of what I know about with tanks, right? You don't want to push with 10, 15, 20 people. Let the bunker die. Try to remax up to 50, nuke, and push the army. Oh, wow, look at top left. Are they going to lose the tanks?
Starduck wants to stay in this game. He builds a bunker. Sometimes they say, okay, just let me die, and that prompts a switch. Starduck's like, nah, man, it's only 15 minutes in. I want to play.
Well, I think what they're... I mean, look at this. Pinks just got a tank from top left. Almost killed the second one. Got nuke dropped.
I'm
You can see there's... This is interesting. The way this the left side of the map is just...
So Nuga,
I don't know.
what's your thoughts? I was a little surprised that it wasn't top left that died first. But was it because of their weak play that bottom right was at disadvantage, or is that just kind of more of a myth than it was other factors?
I was just thinking about that. Yeah, I was gonna say like this unconventional kind of play. They made themselves really secure. Well, I thought they were really secure with the 2 tanks, but then obviously they just lost the tanks. But they, yeah, I think what happened was Pink, Kurdo was able to just fight top left all on his own. He kind of kept them occupied, and then Toxic just went down and 3v2'd at a lot of times, and then eventually they 4v2'd even bottom right. So yeah, I think bottom right is kind of a victim of their diagonals low score.
I definitely think so, 100%. I also.
But you know what? I mean, Roz isn't the one who died, so maybe his strategy is something here.
Holy shit! Can we just ping something here real quick? How do I ping?
Yeah, it's alt.
If that's the strategy, everyone. Yeah, you're talking Starduck.
Yeah,
But,
that's exactly what I wanted to ping. Holy crap! Way across, man. Look at orange building right next to pinks. That's gonna die. Yeah,
if
it
that's
looks like
But if that's the
holy
strategy, everyone's gonna look at their diagonal and be like, "You better not. I will sacrifice against you."
So it looks like Teal sees he is I don't know.
They're
if
like,
I-
where the hell is he?
But he's in the sensor tower. so
The
they
question
have
Keep
to-
an
is-
enemy.
Will top left defend this? I think top left knows that they would want to defend this, but I just don't think they can.
Yeah. So I would like to point out, pink has both nukes. Top left has 0 nukes, lost 2 tanks. And yellow is about to die. So the question is,
Yeah.
are they gonna get sandwiched or are they gonna flip to the pinks?
I think it's gonna be a
Imagine-
natural 4v2 on top right.
Yeah. But I'm curious because UC Blue has 3 tanks sitting down here in the back. So are they gonna keep those hidden? Are they gonna push them? What? Because top right has 0 tanks. 0. They don't have a single tank.
I love bottom left spot here, honestly. They can just go right through mid,
Yep.
but the greens are gonna have to do something. I don't think the blues can do it alone.
No, especially with the upgrade difference, both pinks, I think, have a significant upgrade advantage. You can see both tanks, or all 3, are pushing up top. Pink calls them out.
Oh, here they go. Here comes a
Question is,
nuke.
Ooh, upgraded supply too.
There's a nuke. And drops.
Oh, good nuke.
Where's-
Good nuke.
Where's blues?
there
Oh, there's
Oh,
blues.
the
but it
SCV
gets
got
sniped.
sniped! Come on, pink, pink, go, 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 go! They can get all these
Oh.
tanks if they quickly do this.
Not a single turret or shield tower to respawn the SCV, so
and
he has
if you
to
look
walk
at
all
Light
the way.
Green,
There's
Light
the-
Green pushed him, but he only took a
Oof.
shield tower.
Blue's
No, he took a
SCV,
bunker.
Blue's SCV
Oh, we got-
was coming up to nuke, but it got sniped.
Yeah, they lost 3 tanks, and they killed 3 tanks, and they only lost 2 bunkers, so that was amazing for top right.
So what I surmise from this is Kurdo's pissed off from the tournament and says, "I'll show you guys. Let me go here." and just
Yeah.
reap some havoc.
They could definitely hold this at this point. Green's got a, I mean, yeah, I'm not really sure what they can do here. They just lost 3 freaking tanks, when they really shouldn't have.
I mean,
So top right,
it's risky play for, diagonal to push, right? You're always at a disadvantage anyway. Like you said, no shield tower, no nothing. So as soon as that SCV got sniped, it's over at that point.
yeah, they kind of went the cautious route where you like go around mid. You don't want to seem like you're taking mid and shielding mid and all that, but that really cost them. I think they would have been better off just shielding mid and kind of turreting from mid, attacking from there.
I would like to point out right now, this is one thing I'm noticing, and I think it's gonna change the game right here. Look at pink. Pink's 12, 17, 18, 10, 15. Light pink, 13, 17, 10, 9, 10. Look at Roz. He just went from 3 range. He had 3 range all of maybe 15 seconds ago to 7. But pink is at 18, and he's 3 range behind light pink with the Reapers.
Yeah. So they're just range cheesing. He's not going to be able to keep up with it. Is what you're saying?
Yes, I mean he just went from 3 to 7, so that's good that he saw it and bumped it up. But if they 2v, I mean it's tough 'cause they're getting.
Yeah, they had a great start to this 2v4, but I don't know if, like, even with those 3 tanks, I'm not sure. Foxnator is really, really strong. He's got 5 bunkers and 4 depots.
Oof. But I mean, he has? Oh, I mean, so I know it doesn't make a huge difference, but I think the regen and the speed difference will definitely play in Panda's favor here. Fighting the Reapers along with his Foxinator's army, I think regen's gonna save him.
Yeah, I feel like what Roz's game plan is to kind of hold his tanks back because he knows he already lost some earlier, and then let bottom left do most of the work. But what he doesn't realize is they had lost all their.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
lost.
so I feel like if he had full map vision, he would really be pushing this green tanks up on pink.
I
He
agree
is
with
looking-
that. He has no idea, and I think that's to be fair. He has no idea at this moment what
Yeah,
bottom left lost.
you can't really expect that. Yeah, he did know that like he was left alone to take a bunker, but yeah, you don't expect that they lost their whole strike force in that time.
So one thing I think is interesting is that well, Panda just pulled back a little bit, but he was just fighting the armies outside of his shield tower, 2v1, and inside their shield tower. Oh, he just went up to 21 range. Alright, so it looks like Greens are pushing their tanks up.
They got one nuke remaining here.
Yeah, they gotta be careful.
It looks like they're looking like they might try to go nuke right now and tank push. Here comes the SCV, and it kisses a turret instead and dies. So.
I think I'm lagging. I'm gonna leave the game and have fun, guys.
Are you
I'll
sure?
get in the next one if I can. Yeah, yeah.
Alright.
I was at 400 ping.
Okay, you haven't been lagging the game though, just FYI.
Yeah, I don't want to risk it. See ya.
Alright, see ya.
Well, you see, like, Pink pulled out a tank, and you see, Fred pulled his back just a little bit, so he's not risking the range. They're on the defensive right now. It looks like they're gonna try to snipe some depots.
Was that a
Fox
regular
here-
depot that they just took out instead of upgrade
Yeah.
one? And it was in the back too, which is kind of funny.
I would like to point out both of their opponents have 2 Marauder bunkers, and Foxinator, as we can see, is quite big. He's also, they're both pooling 1,000 minerals right now. Now, Faraz just dropped his 3rd Marauder bunker. So it seems like since Raz is so far behind, I think he's trying to use Marauders as a crutch to kind of make up for the difference. But now he's fighting the opponent with 22 range. And I don't... Oh, 3rd tank comes out.
Yeah, all the range. Oh god, it's just yeah, absolutely. And look,
Can,
snipe,
like, hold,
tank
though.
snipe going on. They're gonna get one. It looks like that tank is going down.
What about the right side, though? I mean, Light Pink can't even touch Foxinator's army, it seems like.
Why did they just target the back? Again, okay, they're targeting tank now. Tank is about to go down. Tank is not gonna go down, not even close. But no, you notice how they took out that back supply again, and I think it was just a regular supply depot.
Do regular supply depots have more health than the upgraded ones?
No,
Trying
they.
to find a regular supply
actually-
depot.
I don't know that answer, but I'd imagine they'd, if anything, the upgraded would have more health if it does, but I don't know that answer. Let's see. There's 25,000 on an upgraded supply depot.
That's see, but
Yeah.
there's no unupgraded ones. There's 0.
Yeah. We'll have to check it just to make sure.
'Cause, I mean, okay, now they're going for the upgraded one. I don't think Light Pink can do a whole lot. He's kind of just on Reapers versus Marauders with 18 armor, which makes it 26. So they're getting tank pushed on the top. Light Pink's trying to tell him he can't hold. This is going to be interesting. Blue has hit critical mass, or like teal. I guess,
Oh my god,
teal.
big push on green. Trying to trap that tank. They might be able to get one. No, they get none. They use their last nuke and they get none, and they lose a bunker. Light Pink loses a bunker. Poor Kurdo. And by poor Kurdo, Cyrus would say faggot, but, you know.
Alright, so you see the tank push in the upper left. My only question is, does Roz think he's going to be able to take the fight against teal and blue? What are his... I mean, they might take another bunker and maybe switch. I'm not sure what he's thinking, but Roz has 12 damage, 10 range, 10 regen, 4 speed. Boxinator is now at 23 range. So I'm curious to see if they finish off the pinks and then try to take the 2v2. Because it looks like bottom left has 0 tanks.
I'm going to be very curious if this build succeeds. I don't think it will.
Because right now it looks like blue is scouting them. You can see his units running through their base. Green is pinging them sitting down by bottom. We got the wiggle from pink.
Yeah, but they got one tank of their own. They're going to look at the scoreboard.
Pink's already rebuilt.
I don't
know.
They're wiggling kind of the team that...
Are we about to see a switch? Alright, so regular supply depot is 20,000, opposed to the 25. They're seeing another tank being made, and I think he saw the 3 pushing. Roz is scouting with his 6 speed.
It's so interesting. So if you think about this build, you can arguably say top left doing what they did contributed to bottom right's demise, right? I think we kind of surmised that.
I definitely think so.
But at the same time, it forces, and because they were so weak, it forced a 4v2 on either one of their sides, where it forced the other opponent's diagonal to hit, and that's always a disadvantage if you have to hit your diagonal, right? It's just a lot of distance. You don't get as much speed. You lose a lot more units.
We can see them rebuilding pretty quick. But now they got the double tanks on
I'm just
bottom.
wondering does that buy top left enough time where they catch up in that regard? It's like you sacrifice your diagonal for a position, which, generally the general consensus is that's bad, and you will die.
Yeah.
But so far they're not, and it just makes you wonder.
I will also say they did not know this, but I mean, do you think you could argue that Starduck and Cyrus on a team together were the strongest team, and that by them losing that, they're playing 2 other teams who may or may not be as strong, so they actually might have a better chance of sneaking ahead?
And that's
obviously they
that's
know
true, but they
what.
didn't know that. Yeah. So,
Exactly.
So that's more circumstantial. It just makes you wonder, like, by doing that and remaining weak, if the adjacent diagonal is then forced to 4v2 with you, do you make up whatever you've lost in the early game? He did lose a couple tanks prematurely, though. Like, imagine if he had 5 tanks right now. Or, I mean, I'm sorry, 7 tanks right now. He has 5.
Do they have Splash? They do not.
But if he didn't lose those tanks, he might have been able to invest in Splash, right?
Does Light Pink have Splash? Light Pink does have Splash. Very interesting that Pink just built a supply right there, right where they're standing, with the tanks there. We see a ping going down because they see the tanks. Oh, and they brought the nuke. So I think, honestly, if I was bottom left, I would finish off the pinks, which is what I think they're trying to do right now.
But look at this. Bottom right or bottom left is going to lose another tank. That's going to be catastrophic for them. And they're undervaluing top left at this point. They're undervaluing them completely. They're looking at scoreboard and relying on scoreboard. And you can say this is a very under-esque type style play, but this is an under-esque style play that actually works. they're going to finish, and they are going to be met with the surprise of 7 tanks. They are not counting on that. I do not think. If they are counting on it, then God bless on them.
I mean, to be fair though, I mean, Blue's already got his tanks staged at mid. Looks like Green is getting ready to push his. Roz is making a 4th rod.
Oh my God. Top left is gonna pull this off. This is
I don't
sickening.
know.
It's like learning that a loved one, like a sibling or something. Oh, it's bad. They're gonna be able to pull this off, and it's just dirty.
Blue does have a nuke, and it drops. Remember, they have no nuke. Green has no nukes, and they just lost their tank. Wow, they are gonna, yeah, they're gonna pull it off.
Yeah, they're gonna pull it off.
They even gave a scout and like saw some of the tanks, and they just. Maybe they didn't see all of them. Maybe the 3 that were staged up by the pinks they didn't see. I don't think Fox has enough resupply to. He's gonna try to swing out to the side.
A lot of the pros can tell you this: if you give up mid and try to go to the side, it's a pretty lost cause already. Even if you're a stronger team, the advantage in mid is just so strong. Tanks are a little bit weakened, but nonetheless, yeah, I don't know what to say about this. This is a shocking end. I'm trying to think. I think it was a critical error from bottom left. I don't know if the strategy worked itself or if bottom left just failed.
I mean, they're getting a bunker in his tanks. Oh, they got mid. They're gonna.
Once the Marauders fall, it's just gonna be holding position. Yeah. I'm actually going to be really curious what people's thoughts are of this match, because this strategy, you basically sacrifice your diagonal. You're relying on a very particular response from the adjacent team to hit their diagonal at that point, to hit a diagonal at that point.
Yeah,
and what would have happened if they all just said, you know what? Let's gank top left. What if is that how the meta shifts after this in response? Is that the lesson learned? This is one of those wins where I applaud them, but it's a little, yeah, it's a little dirty. I feel dirty thinking about it.
Building Marauders.
Base trading for mid is kind of weird in my opinion, but I mean, obviously, I don't think it'll matter. I just don't know if it's necessary to base trade like this.
Yeah, I mean, I thought at least when they dropped the nuke, it might have switched just because they had no counter nuke.
It's too many tanks, and Underscore relies on that too, where you just get so many tanks, people undervalue your strength, and they make a well, not a stupid decision, but a decision that is unwise, given the circumstances, because they undervalued you. I'm surprised this worked. I am actually shocked that it's worked, but hey, you know what? Kudos to Fred, kudos to Roz for making it work.
Yeah.
And we'll see how the other players adapt to this kind of this thing, because I think this play is easily countered.
You do dash T still?
A dash what?
Dash T. All right, so Green has sent 3,274 minerals, and Roz only received minerals. He never sent any, which is interesting. And Blue has sent 6,000 to Teal. And I mean, just look at him. He's just rebuilding up in their base.
That's crazy.
I don't think it matters, but
no, it don't. All right, guys, that's it for game 1. Congratulations to Roz and Fred. We're gonna
I
have
wanna
them
hear
in the channel. Yeah.
I want to hear what the.
I'm glad I got the brain of Ross himself there for that game.
I want to know, Roz.
So
What is that upgrade strategy?
He wasn't focused on upgrades. He was just focused on what he thought matters, and it ended up working out there. We had a really rough beginning too. We got 3 players on a 3v2 there, and we couldn't get our expo up. So even the tanks got taken down, both nukes gone, but somehow it ended up working out.
Was Yellow Cyrus, or sorry, I mean Starduck? Was Yellow Starduck?
yellow was Darduck, I think, right?
Yeah,
Bottom right
he
was
always-
Darduck and Cyrus.
He has a habit of like, I don't know, cutting his cross a little bit, and a lot of times because he's such a good player, then his cross dies first. But engaging, I don't know, I don't expect it to be Starduck after I see that happen, and then they just die. Like, it hurt us, it hurt them too.
It
We
was
easily could have been the first team to die.
really interesting play. I'm very curious what a lot of the people are going to say in regards to it, because it was a very particular strategy and it ended up working. It was great. So first off, hats off to you guys, Roz, Fred. Fred, welcome back. Freaking first game back in and you win it. So hey,
Yeah, Fred
that's
played
awesome.
great. Fred played, like he played the underscore strat to perfection. Like he actually got upgrades. He knew when and how to use his Marines to get vision. Like, I think Fred was onto something with the Merc plate. That at the time didn't work because people like to nuke, but now that people don't nuke early, Fred might be the GOAT.
I saw you got Merc first, and I'm like, man, it's been forever since I've seen Fred go Merc first. I wonder if he's doing a tank play, and it ended up being that. I got a question for you guys. What if bottom left did not commit to the 4v2? What was going to be your backup plan?
We would have swapped and.
It would have been bad for
I
them.
don't
Like
know.
they
It
couldn't
would've
have
been
obviously finished because they were so far ahead.
We didn't know they had a nuke. That was, if they didn't have a nuke, we were way ahead. But with a nuke, that was even. I think they misplayed their tank.
Yeah,
pushed
they moved their tank right up to mid, which usually
right,
is
so the
good.
nuke didn't help them control vision.
But it was 5-on-1. We were able to just focus it real fast there.
Because their nuke couldn't clear vision, right? Like
Yeah,
our
that was
tanks were
that
getting
was the
vision.
moment. If
Yeah,
like I
that's it.
saw the tank it was gonna siege up before mine got siege up, but I knew if
Yeah.
I moved close enough and all of them were in range, then bye bye
Yeah, that was
tank.
amazing.
And
That
then we
was
had the
amazing.
surprise nuke there, but I spammed armor and we were
I just want to
fine.
point out. So when you guys first switched to the 4v2 on top right.
Yeah.
Bottom left, teal and blue. They took a safe approach. They went way out to the far right side. They lost 3 tanks right when
We
you
kinda
pulled
figured they did.
that
Figured.
bunker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
we figured
lost
they did.
all of their tanks.
Well, they were trying to play sneaky. I think I might have done the same thing in their position. They were trying to say, okay, top left is a little weaker than us. I want to hide how strong I am with these tanks and push it on the right side. But like when I see them fighting all the way on the right side, I'm saying, okay, I know they have tanks, and they're probably going to lose them because we're sure as hell not going to push ours into 2 nukes.
Yeah.
When we're that far behind. So I think they underestimated how strong top right was to some extent when they tried to do that. That play will only work if top right is a little bit weaker, and you can very very quickly cripple top right. I think it was a good idea from bottom left, but you have to hold the tanks.
All right, well, hats off again. Game is still going on the stream. We got a 10-minute delay going on, so there's still 3 teams according to the
So-
stream right now. It'll be fun for them to see the end of the game, but we do got the next lobby up and going, so we will be back shortly with Game 2 of Pro League. Thanks a lot, guys. See you back soon.